My neighbor reported me for doing my job too well. I'm a garbage truck driver and I've been on the same route for 3 years. Most people don't realize we have strict rules about bin placement. They need to be 3 feet away from cars, mailboxes, and other bins so our hydraulic arm can grab them safely. But honestly, most of us don't enforce it because it's easier to just work around it than fill out violation paperwork. There's this one house where the lady always puts her 2 bins right next to each other, pressed up against each other like they're best friends. Technically a violation, but whatever. I just grab the garbage bin, dump it, scoot it over a few feet, then grab the recycling bin. Takes an extra 10 seconds, but saves her the hassle of walking back and forth. I figured I was being neighborly. This went on for almost 2 years without issue. Then one morning, my supervisor calls me into his office looking annoyed. Apparently this woman, let's call her Karen because of course that's her actual name, filed a formal complaint with the city. She claimed I was relocating her property without consent and leaving her bins in inconvenient locations. She wanted her bins placed exactly where she left them, every single time. My supervisor was furious. He said I was wasting company time moving bins around, and that if I kept it up, he'd write me up for not following protocol. He pulled up the actual regulations and showed me the spacing requirements, which I obviously already knew about. He told me to follow the rules exactly as written. No exceptions, no favors. I asked him if he realized what that meant for Karen's service. He just shrugged and said that's her problem, not mine. So I decided to follow her rules to the absolute letter. The next week rolls around and sure enough, her bins are touching again. I pulled up in my truck, put it in park, grabbed my clipboard, and took 3 photos from different angles showing the bins pressed together. Then I filled out a violation form, which took about 5 minutes, stuck it on her garbage bin with the bright orange sticker, and drove off without collecting either bin. Company policy is crystal clear. Bins must be spaced at least 3 feet apart, or we cannot service them due to safety liability. No exceptions. Within an hour, Karen called the office absolutely screaming. My supervisor told me she was threatening to sue, demanding to know why her garbage wasn't collected. He calmly explained the spacing violation and the rules she agreed to when she signed up for service. She insisted she'd fix it next week. The following week, same exact thing. Bins touching. I took my photos, filled out another violation form, left another orange sticker, drove away. The fees for these violations aren't huge, but they add up. $25 each time. This became my weekly routine. Week 3, week 4, week 5, same story. Her bins were now overflowing because she'd missed multiple collections. Garbage bags piled up around them. Her recycling bin had stuff stacked on top because the lid wouldn't close anymore. I could see her peeking through her curtains as I took my photos, but she never came outside. By week 6, she must have had 4 full garbage bins worth of trash piled in her driveway. The smell was getting bad. Her neighbors started complaining to the city about the odor and the rats it was attracting. She called my supervisor again, this time crying instead of yelling, begging for an exception. He told her the same thing. Follow the spacing rules and her service would resume immediately. Week 7, I turned onto her street and saw something different. Karen was standing in her driveway, bins spaced exactly 4 feet apart, and I could see a yellow measuring tape on the ground between them. She'd literally measured it out. She was wearing a bathrobe and had her arms crossed, just glaring at me as I pulled up. I got out of the truck, walked over with my measuring tape, checked the distance, gave her a thumbs up, and collected both bins normally. Didn't say a single word to her. She didn't say anything either. Every week since then, her bins are perfectly spaced.